Hello everybody, here live on YouTube, and I'm going to show you these work. These are actually one of my favorite and they're actually pretty fun. So this is a game that was free to play on PlayStation Network called Terra, and I first heard about it and I saw the trailer for it, and I wasn't really into it until my sister got in a picture and she told me that this game was actually worth playing and it was really fun. So not that long ago I downloaded it and actually started playing it, and it's actually pretty fun because it's one of those games that's kind of like Skyrim a little bit, even though I never played Skyrim, but it's pretty fun because there's a lot of different classes that you can choose, and there's a lot of side quests and story missions and accessories, mounts, potions, you know, that kind of stuff. So as you can see here, I have 5 different characters. Basically, once you start out the game, you only have 2 character slots. The reason why I have 5 was because I had to actually buy extra character slots. I didn't want to keep making characters and deleting them, so that's why I bought 3 new character slots. So my main character is this guy right here, level 40, DeSoto. He's the guy that's all the way over on the left. Level 45, Vixen. He's the guy in the middle with the blue robe. He's a mystic. DeSoto is he's a warrior, and the warrior class you can wield dual wield swords. The lady all the way over on the right is my ninja, and the reason why that she's a girl is because only the girls can be ninjas, so that's why I have 3 female characters, which are the last 3 here, because only the females can be those kinds of classes. So in the last 2 I have the level 1 gunner, and I named it Ricochet. And then my last character is a brawler, which is also a girl. They're both girls. And the level 1 brawler is named Pow, and that's a brawler because they use fists and fighting and that kind of stuff. But we're gonna go with my ninja because that's the one that I have been playing recently. So we're gonna go ahead and play her, and the ninja has some pretty cool skills, pretty cool moves and stuff like that, so that's actually pretty cool to see. So we're just gonna jump right in and explain how MMORPGs work. Okay, so we are in the town of Popolian, one of the many cities. The reason why my health was so low was because I was playing earlier trying to do a dungeon and I died, which is not a good thing. You never want to do the dungeons by yourself unless you are strong enough. So over here, these are all the quests that I am currently doing, and once you do quests, they give you some items like equipment, and but most importantly they give you a lot of experience. I don't know how many quests you can take on all at once, but the more quests you do, the more experience you get. And all those buttons you see in the bottom of the screen, those are all my skills that I have. And if you hit the options button, you can go to the Terra store. You can like buy stuff, and once you buy stuff, you go to item claim, and then you can get all this stuff. Now, all this traveler's insurance thing, I don't really know. I think that was given to me somehow. I don't really know how I got all this stuff, but it's not really something. And then you can check your info on your character, you know, your attack, your defense, crit factor, all that stuff. And then you can check your inventory. And all these items have like +9 next to them because you can hit the triangle button and then you can equip crystals and you can enchant them, you can etch them. Pretty cool. And that's why the weapon on her back is glowing, because it's a enchanted item, so that's always cool. And then you got a bunch of armor that you can wear. Sometimes you can enchant them, most of the times you can put crystals in them, and then you can wear rings and stuff like that. You can enchant the rings. The crystals, those are very important because you can put those in your equipment, making it more powerful. These are all the potions, scrolls. You definitely want to have Scroll of Resurrection, because if you do a dungeon and you have a group of people, if one of them dies, you can use a Scroll of Resurrection to resurrect the person. Quest items, you get those items by doing quests, duh. Materials, these are all the materials that you can use when you, oh geez, I got 1,000 of these. You can use these to enhance your weapons and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. Miscellaneous, this is where all the extra stuff goes. Like this stuff is actually pretty self-explanatory, because it pretty much tells you what it's used for, so I don't really want to go into that. And then costumes, and get that stuff from the Terra store. But I got this one for free somehow. I don't know how, but my character is wearing ocean blue shades, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so next we're over to the skills, and there's active, passive, special, writing, pets, and chain skills. So for the active skills, these are all the skills that require magic to use. You know, and some of these are like 4, 5, 1, 6, 5, 3, 4, 6, and 4. That means that you can keep upgrading them as you level up. So that's always good. And then you can use glyphs. Glyphs power up the skills once you earn glyph points, and you get glyph points by leveling up. Passive skills, that means these skills are always running, so you don't really have to activate them because they're passive. Special skills, it's just basic stuff: jump, interact, lock on, pets, auto run, reset cam, and quick chat. Riding skills for your mounts, pets if you have any, and chain skills. And the quest log is actually really important, because if you run out of quests to do, you can always check your quest log and do a quest that you haven't even done yet, even if it was at the very, very beginning of the game, and you're far into the game and you're like, oh, I forgot to do that quest. You can always go back and do that quest. And there's 3 different kinds. There's story quest, zone quest, and daily quest. So those, you always want to pay attention to your quest log, because there's tons of quests that they put in this game, so it's actually pretty cool. Crafting, that pretty much tells you how to make potions, runes, different kind of runes that you can make. I don't really know how to you can actually make these. I don't really know how that works, but anyway, I think you need the yeah, you have to learn the recipe for all this stuff, so that's how that works. And then etchings, teach you how to do etchings and stuff. It's actually pretty cool, and how to make different kind of things. Feats, I don't really know what these are for, but I think it's just like accomplishments and stuff that you can get. I'm not 100% sure. So that's what that is. Social, if you have any friends that are online, like I got my cousin Zeke, who's level 46. He's online playing right now, and then I got a bunch of my other friends that are online. If you have friends online that play Terra, if they are playing Terra, it'll show up on their character, what class they are, what level they are, and where they are at. So that's always very helpful. And you can always join a group. You can join a group, you can make a group with online friends if you wanted to. So that's always fun. Guilds, on the other hand, it's not really mandatory, but if you wanted to make a guild, that's what it costs. And then it says if you drop below 2 members in the guild, you have to have more than 2 members, but if you drop below that, you will be immediately disbanded, and all items in the guild bank will be permanently deleted. So very important that when you create a guild, you want to have as many members as you can get in the guild, because if you have below 2, like I said again, you'll be disbanded and you'll lose everything. So I don't really pay attention to being a guild because it's not really that important to me. But then again, if you ever wanted to join one, there's tons of guilds on the server. If you ever wanted to join one, and then it tells you what they do, like family friendly, voice chat, family friendly, just stuff like that. A parcel post, you get these every once in a while, and if you open them up, it'll say enclosed item, and then you can just press the square button to accept the item that they send to you. You always want to pay attention to those, because sometimes they send you potions, sometimes they send you different kinds of stuff. It's always helpful. The world map, you can always check the world map. Quick matching. Vanguard requests are always very cool to do. Like if you don't have any quests to do, you can do dungeons, you can do battlegrounds, you can do solo quests and stuff like that. Story quests, very, very helpful. Instance matching, that is only for the dungeons. So if you just want to go around doing a bunch of dungeons, you can always go to dungeons, find a group of people, and then hopefully, it might take some time, but hopefully you'll find a group and there'll be 5 of you, and then you just go defeat some monsters, level up like crazy, and get a bunch of loot. So that's always good to know. And what I like about doing the instance matching for the dungeons is that it tells you what your rewards is. Like look at that, that's all good stuff for me. All that stuff in green there. And then it'll tell you that you can resurrect 999 times, which is pretty good. And once you complete one, a new one will be in here. So if you do an instant match, you complete it and you beat it, you do good, then a new one will come in. But as you level up, so will the dungeons. So you might want to pay attention to that. Battleground matching, I've done one of these, I didn't really like it. So again, you don't have to do these, but if just for fun or whatever, you can do them. It's not really something I pay attention to, but if you wanted to, that's fine. System, if you go to options, you can modify all this stuff, the sound, display, the play, and the control, whatever you wanted. It's actually pretty useful. Button mapping, you can completely change the way the controls are for you. If they don't work, you can modify them and stuff like that. That's actually pretty good to do. So if the basic controls don't work for you, you can always modify them to your liking. I don't really mess with this at all. I just stick with the basics and go with the flow. That's how I roll. And that's pretty much it. The unstuck is really, really helpful. Like if you're in a dungeon, or if you're in somewhere and you can't get out, or the glitch or something, you hit unstuck and it'll teleport you to the nearest city, which is very, very cool. Now if you click on characters, what that will do is that will log you out of your current character and make you choose all the other characters that you have if you want to play a different character while you're playing the game. So that's actually very, very useful. So now I just did all the explaining, so I will show my current moves. This is the ninja. So I have this, And then I can throw my shuriken like that. There's that move. And then my basic combo attack, which is actually pretty cool. And then triangle, summons my horse, and I can do this. A lot of people in the game do that, and then I can walk. I can walk like that. So, pretty simple. You know, I can jump around. I can attack like that, and I can use my skills. So that's pretty much the game of Terra. I hope you enjoyed.